So I need to now come back to unajua mtaa.
Yes.
We have guys who are born and raised just in the same streets that we were born and raised.
Yeah.
And these guys still look up to their parents and look up to, people who've just made a name out of the slums and out of the streets, and now they're doing good stuff. Regan, in your company, the one that you have for, I think it's cleaning services, right?
Cleaning services.
I understand that you also have done quite some tremendous jobs in terms of recruiting and employing some few guys from the slum. How is this work so far?
Not only some few guys from the slum. Basically, my workforce comes from Kibera.
Okay.
Yeah, and this is how we do it, yeah?
Yeah.
I play for, there's a club we call Ngong Road FC, yeah?
Yes.
It was established by some guys who used to go to SDA.
Yes.
We call them the Advents, right?
Yes.
Yes. So the Adventists. Yeah, so we usually train on Sundays.
Yeah.
So what do we do on these Sundays? We just go in the morning, exercise, and then after the exercise, we create a safe space for, like for the guys to, share what they're going through, like those who are not having jobs. And those who are employed, if in case there's an opportunity, where do we go?
Exactly.
Like who do we look for first?
Yes.
So this is what I said. This is going to be my primary source for workforce.
Yeah.
So in any case that I need someone to do some, let's say we've landed a contract somewhere.
Yeah.
And the client, of course, needs the job done.
Yes.
So I'll come to the team first. Why am I doing this? Because we have boys and girls when they don't have an income.
Yes.
But at the end of the day, hata kwa team, we usually do contributions.
Yeah.
So unafeel saa zingine hawana kitu ya kucontribute. You get?
Yeah.
So for them to have that, we only need to empower them at least wapate hiyo job.
Yeah.
And most of them wamesoma.
Yeah.
Like my lead person saizi anafanya is doing civil engineering Nairobi.
Nice.
Wow. Yes.
Okay.
And my first guy apparently is a chef now, eh? Tulikuwa tunafanya na yeye when I used to have that contract na Modern Coast. Yes,
Inafaa.
I think he works up somewhere at Treasure Gardens or somewhere. Yes, somewhere
Great
along there.
stuff.
So basically my workforce waganayangalia from the mtaa. Like I want those guys. When you used to play soccer, most of those guys we started with, most of them were killed in the process of committing crimes.
Yes.
Like there's one who was shot
Straight up when you're looking
on my face.
Yes.
Nikiwatch. It was very traumatizing.
Yeah.
So I said, instead ya kuachilia vijana hivi, because of course mimi nimefind my way out na nikajisort. So why not empower hawa wamebaki so that you just show them the way.
And again, I'm even thinking, like, speaking in terms of football, we guys have trained in the same football pitch with people like Dennis Oliech.
Right.
We've played football with Jesse Were.
Yes.
We've played football with the coach Aswani. And these guys are really doing some good work, even on the Kenyan Premium League.
Yeah, true.
I think even some have even gone abroad and come back.
Quite a number.
And of course, so cheki samaki tunakula wapi raundi, tunarudi kwa mama Oliech hapa ama tunaenda Dago, cause lazima tukuje mtaani. Translation hapo sawa, tuingie mtaa kiasi.
Ule mtu ametoa suggestion anatupeleka.
Cheki, but anyway, still speaking in terms of just coming up, doing our thing, Nick with Zumba.
Yes.
And you really know how to do this. Let me ask you, have you ever been in a training session and then maybe you get a call or some message just drops, because you're always on your phone recording your class doing it. And the vibrance that I see in the classroom really gets the mood right. What are some of the mood breakers that you experiment or you experience while you're on your game and you're dancing and shaking and sweating, the stress out?
Yes.
So ushaipata call ukaambiwa bro ni aje ule boys tulimenta jana mazee amepigwa ukapi jo amededi or stuff like that?
Gladly sio sana. But one thing I just need to share is when it comes to Zumba, it's like any other kitu unaenda kusomea. For you to become Zumba, you cannot just wake up and start teaching Zumba.
Of course, bro. You gotta shake a leg.
Yes. You first.
I hope mliacha kunita white boy.
Bado kidogo. So with Zumba, it's ni product ya mtu. His name is called Beto Perez from Colombia. For you to be a Zumba instructor, you have to get licensed to teach. So, and for you to call it Zumba, it has to be 70% Latin music and 70% Latin moves, inspired moves. So if you're teaching and you go to any class and this for our viewers, if you go to any class and they're playing like 60%, 40%, 80% African music, that is not Zumba. Zumba, it has to be. And when we talk of Zumba, we're talking of merengue, we're talking of cumbia, cobratita, reggaeton,
¿Cómo estás?
flamenco,
¿Cómo estás, amigos?
and salsa, right there. You have to be able. So when you go and they're doing a lot of West, I'm not saying it's bad, it's good, but many people, especially in Kenya, they cannot differentiate between Zumba and African music.
Zumba and rumba.
Yes, exactly. But yeah, just to come back to your question, I have never, but what actually I've experienced, sometimes you teach a class and you try to, because our work, just like Reagan, is to empower. That's the major thing: empower and equip.
Yes.
So you try, and the greatest challenge sometimes we get, they say, especially Jamas, it's like you could dance. You could and you see, some of them, they end up being dragged into crime again. Yeah. So utasikia mtu ameshutiwa or they've been taken to prison. Yes.
Anyway, so the fact that you've been, doing all these Zumba classes in Kamiti. Are there any other prisons? Other prisons that you've been invited to? Because
we are currently working on it, because we are talking of Kodiaga, there's Simulatewa, and that's transport, speaker, and they have, for you to go. And one of the things that people do not know is I did not just go to the prison. Actually, I had to work with another organization called AfriLift. You remember Yolanda?
Yes.
Or, Robin Aim. Yes. And it's a Christian organization. So the bottom line of the composition is just not just to dance and go home. We dance. If they are ready, we take them to this home where when I finish agriculture, they go back to school, and after 2 years, we find jobs for them. Yes, so it's not just about dancing and that's it.
Yeah, and I think also it's because maybe something that you really need to bring to our viewers' attention is the fact that you're also a certified and trained social community worker.
Yes, I am.
So basically, that is why all this is flowing.
And it's a very good combination when you can make them shake a leg. Then after that, you say, okay, bro, why? Then you talk. Then, for me, I always feel so happy when I see a gentleman crying. It's not easy. But when you see them cry, they are ready to open up.
Yes.
And before we finish, I must mention this. We need to talk to our men. This masculinity thing, I think, to make Peleka the other way around, we need to encourage our men to share. And in my industry, fitness industry, I realized that men need to come out and talk. You behind that microphone, bro. Encourage people. Men to hunger. It's okay.
It's all right
to touch base with your emotions. As we grew up, we were taught as a man, it's okay to be angry, but it's not okay to be sad. And that's why most men, we're so bitter. We're so angry. So kidogo,
there's a thin line. There's a thin line between sadness and anger.
And you see, most of our sisters, they live longer because you heard that she goes to her friend, and she cries, and they tell
bro, again, the sisters talk too much, man.
But once I
the board of directors will be like, get out of that nigga's house.
But we are hoping with the mentorship that we are doing right now, we'll start going to other prisons too. We hope that if the government can really support us, because sometimes you go and before you accept it, bro,
it's crazy. I know.
It's crazy.
It reminds me, we've worked with children's services before, and we have like remand homes. Remand homes were upgraded from the fact that they used to be called approved schools. The approved schools really are now called remand homes, and the level of expertise that our government has put into this social gathering services or social places for these children is quite wanting, because you would realize that kids are behind bars, but they are in a school uniform and they are being taught. But the good thing is, as the government is rolling out these programs and taking care of them, it is introducing the normal life that is out here into those
we are growing
homes.
We are getting
and
there.
Whenever there is repatriation, that is like removing this kid from this institution to another institution. it is like a prison term. You cannot be you cannot be sent to prison and remain in that one prison until you finish your sentence.
Right.
If it is long sentence, you will have to be transferred close to all prisons in this country.
Oh, okay.
You will have to go there. And the main aim of doing that, I think, is to correct. But that is a story for another day. Regan, of course. You and the football team that you have, despite the fact that you're only giving employment and maybe reaching out to these other folks, what are some of the charity organizations that you guys have worked with? What are some of the challenges that you've faced in maybe trying to reach out to some of the organizations that you've really wanted to interact with?
I would say maybe the very basic challenge, or one of the main challenges that we usually face, is bureaucracy. Like,
Yes.
You're trying to sell out your idea on what you'd like to do in terms of partnership with that organization, but then you'll find that there's someone who will always come out to they'll give you a friendly face, of course, but then they'll behind the curtains they'll be sabotaging your efforts. So basically there's a tournament right now.
Yes.
Inajita Interbase, you know it. Yes, Interbase is more of a movement. Ni tournament, but then it's a movement, because right now imelaunchiwa pia line saba.
Okay.
I happen to have been in the curtain raising na pia closure, yes, because Siasa Kibra is a part of it. Yes, because Siasa Kibra is a platform that brings all the politicians together that come from Kibra. Yeah. So we've actually tried to work with them in terms of organizing, and then even participation. So in organizing, we usually do things like cleanups, like the weekly cleanups. Yes, tunafagia mitaro.
Just cleaning.
Yes, nimejaribu ku reach out to CFK, but then I'm still having issues with them, because I know right now kidogo wamekuwa kama Shofco. Though Shofco is doing great job, but then you see they've spread their wings. They're all over, so it's a bit difficult kuwafikia. And then we're also working with the Kibra Rescue Emergency, which is also headed by Moses Omondi. I think you know Moses Omondi. Yes, Moses,
your former high school mate.
Yes. So what do? We usually collect sanitary towels for girls. So hiyo team waga tunasema kama uko na opportunity and you have unaweza get sanitary towel. Hatutaki do. We just need the physical sanitary towel. Unaweza leta, then we take it to Mose. Then
So
Mose
maybe
identify.
you tell any willing sponsors or any willing guys who are willing to chip in and support. Even you can reach out to King Kaka. King Kaka has that program of issuing sanitaries and all that, but wambie will come through.
Yeah, so at Ngong Road FC, we are working so hard to empower girl child, in as much as we're also doing the same for boy child. I know boy child has been neglected, but what do? We usually collect sanitary towels. We don't need the physical cash, because cash, mambo na accountability saa zingine inaweza sumbua. So we usually source for the in-kind. So sanitary towels, uniforms, then we take them to rescue. Rescue mtaani, which is headed by Moses. Then they're the ones who identify the needy girls to support.
Wow, this is awesome. I mean, the conversation can always keep on going, and making the matter worse is that me and these guys, tumejuana like maisha yetu yote. These are people that I've known ever since we just started knowing people in this world. So, bro, I want to get your closing remarks, because we're running out of time, and kindly, I will start with you, Regan, maybe.
Something that I'd not mentioned. I was almost forgetting about Regio. Regio also does a lot of CSR. Like on 28th, we'll be part of we are usually part of the annual cancer walk, which is normally flagged by Honorable Wanyonyi, the Westlands MP.
The Westlands MP.
So on 28th, we'll be doing that. And in addition to supporting also the needy children in the community to access education. All right. Yeah.
So maybe how can they find you on your social media platforms and all?
On our social media platform, you can, on Facebook, it's Regio Integrated. Regio is REGEO. Regio is basically Regan and George. George is my elder bro, so when I was doing the registration, we had to combine, but now George is out. I'm the one who's running.
You're the main man.
I'm the main
CEO.
man. Yeah.
Our CEO.
Yes, exactly. So Instagram pia, tuko the same Regio Integrated Solutions Kenya Limited.
Maybe you have a website.
Yes, it's Regio Integrated Solutions Kenya Limited.
Good stuff. Mr. Zumba, by the Nico.
Yes.
Niko fiti nikujaje.
Niko fiti is a combination of
Nico alafu niko fiti. Yeah, kwenda bana.
Some people laughed. People like jina gani, and it's doing so well. You know, at the end of the day, kuna tu mtu atamaza bila kumwambia mse, niko fiti.
Exactly.
So yeah.
Exactly.
But one thing I just want to encourage people outside there, be it you toka ghetto, ama you're right here, we need to understand that fitness or being healthy is not a goal. It's a lifestyle.
It's a lifestyle.
If you cannot dance, you can run, you can do spin, you can lift. You need to get there. And no one is going to do it for you.
Yeah.
Yes. Secondly, I want to talk to especially the second lady, Dorcas, right?
Yes.
Dorcas.
Yeah.
I know you have a heart for the boy child. Let's work together. Let's use music. Let's use, music and dance is a universal language.
True say, bro.
Yeah.
True say.
So, anyone out there who wants to join us, support kids in the slums, women, especially story of violence, it's a lot outside there, and also young boys and girls from the prison. Please come. Let's work together. IG Nikofiti is the Nikofiti. Then Facebook's rather Nikofiti Zumba. Come, let's work together. Let's make our community better and let's dance some more.
Awesome. So, ladies and gentlemen, sadly or not sadly, but of course happily, we come to a closure of this session.
Yes.
And of course, it's quite an honor to have you guys on board, and it's quite an honor. And I'm sure next time we're going to talk about this, we are going to start with a practical physical fitness.
That would be nice.
You're going to teach guys how to dance. And Regan, we're going to dribble that ball.
Oh my God, dribbling.
We're going to do all we're going to do. But all this is happening under JOfuasia Media. And of course, I am your host today, but not with the most. Oburu Ogechi Babu. On all social media platforms. I said I'm spinning and living Stephen Ogechi. So please, Oburu Ogechi Babu. And of course, don't have much to say, but thank you guys, and thank you so much. And a shout out, of course, to my guys behind the camera. Without you guys, then who we be? We don't know. So kwa hayo mengi na mengine tutazidi mazee, and thank you so much and God bless. We out.